in a small, quiet village nestled in the heart of Nara, Japan, lived a cheerful 5-year-old girl named Mika. Mika wasn't like other children. Her best friend wasn't a classmate or a neighbor, but a fluffy little cloud she called Nimbus. Nimbus was her constant companion, floating just above her head, changing shapes to make her giggle. One sunny morning, Mika's grandmother, whom she affectionately called UTI, packed a wicker basket with sweet rice cakes and thermoses of warm tea. "Today, Mika-chan," UTI said with a twinkle in her eye, "we are going on a special adventure. Nimbus, you must be on your best behavior." Mika skipped alongside UTI, her red boots crunching on the gravel path leading to Nara Park. Nimbus bobbed along, sometimes looking like a fluffy bunny, other times like a tiny dragon. As they entered the park, Mika gasped. All around them were gentle, bowing deer, UTI explained. "These are the mystical deer of Nara, Mika. They are messengers of the gods. And they are very polite." Mika bowed shyly, and a small deer with soft brown eyes bowed right back. Suddenly, Nimbus drifted down and swirled around the deer's antlers like a misty crown. The deer didn't seem to mind. It just blinked its long lashes. UTI chuckled. "It seems the deer has taken a liking to Nimbus." The deer then turned and trotted down a less traveled path, looking back as if to say, "Follow me." Intrigued, Mika, UTI, and Nimbus followed their new guide. The path led them through a grove of towering cedar trees, their leaves whispering ancient secrets in the wind. The air grew cooler and smelled of damp earth and pine. The deer led them to a hidden clearing where a small moss-covered shrine stood beside a sparkling spring. The water bubbled up from the ground, clear as crystal. "This is a sacred spring," UTI whispered. "It is said that its water grants good fortune to those with a pure heart." The deer dipped its head and took a sip. Then it nudged Mika gently towards the spring. Mika cupped her hands and drank the cool, refreshing water. It tasted sweet, like morning dew. As she drank, Nimbus floated over the spring, and for a moment, a brilliant rainbow arched over the water, shimmering with colors Mika had never seen before. It felt like magic. Their adventure continued to the Grand Tadaji Temple. As they approached the enormous wooden structure, Mika felt tiny. Inside, the giant bronze Buddha statue sat peacefully, its hand raised in a gesture of calm. Mika watched as people lit incense and prayed. UTI showed her how to clap her hands twice and bow her head, as Mika made her wish a secret wish for more adventures with UTI, and Nimbushi felt a gentle puff of air on her cheek. Nimbus had formed into the shape of a tiny, smiling heart. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, they found a quiet spot to enjoy their rice cakes. The mystical deer sat with them, munching on special deer crackers UTI had bought. Mika shared a piece of her rice cake with Nimbus, who happily absorbed the sweet treat. UTI wrapped Mika in a warm blanket and began to tell her old stories of Nara, of spirits and ancient emperors. Mika listened, her eyes growing heavy, her head resting on her grandmother's lap. The deer eventually bowed its head one last time and disappeared back into the forest. It was time to go home. As they walked back to their village under a sky full of stars, Mika held UTI's hand tightly. Nimbus floated above, glowing softly in the moonlight, like a tiny personal lantern. Mika knew she would never forget this day. She, her grandmother, and her best cloud friend went on an adventure with a mystical deer in the magical land of Nara. Thanks so much for joining us on Mika's adventure today. We hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more magical tales. We'd love to have you with us on our next journey. See you soon.